days around.
Hello and welcome to the Tottenham America channel. Today we will be rating every player's performance from Tottenham Hotspur's 2-2 draw away at Stamford Bridge against Chelsea. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're just 11 subscribers away from the big 1,000. So if you press that subscribe button and help us get there before the next match at Wolves, that'll be greatly appreciated. But without further ado, let's start with the ratings, starting with Hugo Lloris.
I'm going to rate Hugo Lloris a 6.5.
I'm going to give him a 6.5 as well. Really couldn't do anything for either of the goals. The first one was just a wonder strike, and the second one, he was just pulled way out of position. There was no defenders there. Held up well for the rest of the shots that he faced, although not many really tested him. Held the balls well when he needed to. Came out as he needed to when Chelsea would play long balls over the top, so he did well.
Yeah, he made that one save from Kai Havertz's shot.
Yeah, that was a really good save. Yeah. Let's move into the defense, starting with Ben Davies.
I'm going to rate Davies a 7.
I'm going to rate him a 6.75.
I thought Davies was really good. He did get the assist, I'm pretty sure, for Højbjerg's goal.
Yeah, for Højbjerg's goal, he got the assist.
He was pretty solid defensively today.
I'm going to give Davies, I already gave him a 6.75. I thought our whole defense was probably the best collective part of our team. All over the rest of the place, we were just not really as up there as that. Davies with the assist for Højbjerg's goal was good, and I think it was a pretty good performance from the Welshman. Let's move on to Eric Dier.
Eric Dier, I'm going to rate him a 7.25.
I'm going to rate him a 7. I thought he was pretty solid today, except for his goal. The second goal that we conceded. I think he was pretty poorly positioned, just too far to the right. But that could also be a formation error because we
just don't know how to defend like it's a back four.
And a back four with 3 center backs. Dier doesn't know how to defend.
Back five, Sessegnon would have been there.
Sessegnon would have been there. Everyone was just kind of in that corner, and then Kulusevski didn't help. He kind of lost the ball a little too easily. We really should have just smacked it out of there. We spent too much time on the ball trying to play out from the back. But in the end, we were able to draw the game, so it really doesn't matter at this point. Let's move on to the last defender, Cristian Romero.
Cristian Romero, I'm going to rate him a 7.25.
I'm going to give him a 7.25 as well. A feisty guy today, always in Chelsea's hair. For the second goal, again, he probably should have volleyed the ball out of there quicker. Spent a little bit too much time on the ball. And then nearly got caught at the end with his hair pull of Cucurella, absolutely yanking him back. Luckily, the referee didn't do anything to reprimand him, and we scored the winner from the preceding corner. But Cristian Romero, I think one of the best defenders that we had on today. Made some mistakes here and there, but he was also the most out-and-out defender, making sure we were protected at the back for the most part. Let's move into the wingbacks now. Emerson Royal.
I'm going to rate Emerson Royal a 7.
I'm going to give him a 6.75. Another on and off performance from Emerson.
Again, Emerson Royal surprised me a bit. He was pretty good today.
The first half for me, I thought he was... Well, the whole team was poor.
Yeah,
I think he was better than the team's average.
Yeah, in the first half, he was the best out of a bad bunch.
Maybe not the best, but better.
I think Pierre was the best. Maybe he was second.
The best. Sessegnon up there as well. But Emerson, I think he had an okay first half. There were some points where I feel like he just whips the cross in too fast, too hard. Just slow down
and just
float the cross in.
Loft it in.
Because I think if he had floated the cross in, we would have scored from that. But, Emerson did fairly well. Second half, he definitely solidified. He wasn't working well with Kulusevski too well today.
Yeah.
They both got caught on the ball.
Doherty works better with Kulusevski.
Some games it works, but I think with Chelsea's pressure, it just didn't work today. Let's move on to the other wingback, Ryan Sessegnon.
I'm going to rate Ryan Sessegnon a 6.75.
I'm going to give him a 6.75 as well. He had I think the best first half on the pitch out of any player other than Højbjerg.
Yeah.
Højbjerg's the only one who could match him. But
I mean,
Sessegnon,
if he got on the ball more, he would have done some good stuff.
Sessegnon was running the whole first half, and I thought it was a bit unfair that he took him off so early. For Richarlison, I thought Son should have gone off. He
Son
was
definitely
god
should have
awful
gone
today.
Yeah.
But we'll get to Son later. He was really bad.
Even his corners were really bad today.
Yeah, Sessegnon wasn't. He showed a lot of effort and he shows a lot of promise. And I think throughout the season he's just going to get better and better. Nearly had a goal.
Yeah, the one run he made, that was an excellent run.
Excellent run. To be picked out like that and to catch up with the ball, hold his physicality. It was also a really good save.
I think he wasn't composed enough to finish. You know, he could have waited a little bit. I think he took the shot a little too early. He was
also being closed down by Koulibaly, Thiago
He was alone
Silva.
up there. He was alone up there.
No one else was up there. So props to him for running up there and really giving it a go. A little bit unfair that he was subbed off so early in the second half for Richarlison, which was eventually a good move, actually. Let's move into midfield. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, the goal scorer.
I'm going to rate Pierre-Emile Højbjerg a 8.
I'm going to give him a 7.5. Took his goal absolutely incredibly.
In the first half, he barely got on the ball, but what he did really well in the first half, making great blocks and winning back possession a couple times. That was what he mainly did in the first half. Defensively, we were pretty good in the first half. Pretty solid.
I don't know if we'd say
that's
pretty
not
solid.
Our defense, but our midfield wasn't too bad at blocking.
Yeah.
Especially Højbjerg and Bentancur.
Yes. I felt like the first half we
weren't good.
Lobbed it long and defended.
Yeah.
That's all we did. And we just could not build up because our midfield wasn't linking with our attack. That's not to say our midfield wasn't good, but
I think it was we needed Son and Kulusevski to act up. They did.
Yeah. They make those runs and, just kind of link the midfield and attack.
Especially on the right side. Kulusevski was not helping much. Emerson was left alone a lot of times.
Yeah.
And when Kulusevski was there, Emerson kind of left him alone. They weren't working together. Same thing on the left side, except there wasn't much action on the left side.
Sessegnon was kind of running that side by himself because every time Son got on the ball,
he
three
kept losing
people
it.
came. Yeah.
And the one time he actually had a good dribble, he gets fouled.
Yeah. Let's move on to the other midfielder, Rodrigo Bentancur.
I'm going to rate Rodrigo Bentancur a 7.
I'm going to give him a 7 as well. Played the midfield excellently with Højbjerg today.
Especially in the second half. In the first half, he was a little asleep. But Højbjerg and Bentancur in the first half, all they did was block shots.
Yeah. Second half, he helped move the ball around well. Of course, made the incredible tackle for the first goal on Kai Havertz.
Broke his ankles.
That was a foul every day of the week. I don't know why it wasn't stopped, but it's a different passage of play, so the goal couldn't have been disallowed at all. But yeah, a good performance from Rodrigo Bentancur, eventually being subbed off for new signing Yves Bissouma. Let's move into the attack now with Dejan Kulusevski.
I'm going to rate Kulusevski a 6.
I'm going to give him a 6 as well.
He wasn't as bad as Son. In the first half, he just lost possession, kind of like Son. But he was able to hang on the ball a little bit. He just dipped today.
He was just kind of out of the game.
In the second half, he was definitely out of the game. But in the first half, he was making a lot of mistakes.
Yeah. I don't know. He just kind of disappeared today. Yeah. Nothing like his normal self. His physicality was absolutely gone. He couldn't hold up anything.
Yeah.
Couldn't hold the defender against his back at all. Wasn't linking with Royal at all. There was no link-up play, which meant our right side was really, really, choppy. It was either one person going up or the other. There was no link-up play like we saw against Southampton, especially for that fourth goal. But yeah, not as bad as Son. I think we can all agree it wasn't bad as Son. Let's move on to that Korean now, Son Heung-min.
Son Heung-min, I'm going to rate him a 5.
I'm going to give him a 5 as well. By far the worst player on the pitch.
Just awful. He kept losing the possession in the first half.
Yeah.
And in the second half, he just was not there at all. He just kept on making mistakes.
He's not having a very good start to the season this year.
He needs to release the ball more.
Actually, Southampton wasn't bad.
Yeah,
he wasn't terrible. But today was really bad. And I'm
just happy to come away with the draw.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. But it's going to be very... Well, I think it was the green boots.
Maybe.
The green boots, he never gets luck when he wears green boots. It has to be blue, I think.
They have to be the white ones.
Or white, yeah. Orange and green never work for him. Every time he wears orange and green, he just cannot play well.
In the 2021 season, and every time he wore green boots, he could not score a goal.
Yeah. So.
And that was normally when he was playing away.
Yeah. Which we were playing away today in green boots. So I don't know. I think it's a superstitious
he wore those
thing.
Adidas white and red boots.
And he always does well in those.
Yeah.
Always strikes well.
That's the one he scored that goal against Arsenal, the long-range goal. I believe that was it.
Oh, yeah. And let's move on to the last player on the starting team sheet. Striker, Harry Kane.
I'm going to rate Harry Kane a 6.5.
I'm going to give him a 6.5 as well.
In the first half, he wasn't good. That good. Missed a shot.
No, he was nowhere in the first half.
Yeah.
Until he dropped back and gave Son
He was just walking around the pitch like it's his own business.
Very lethargic today. But he gave Son that one good pass, had one near miss. Well, it wasn't that close, but he struck it really weirdly. And then the goal, of course.
Yeah, the goal.
A very, very
That's why you keep Kane on and you don't substitute him.
Because as bad as he
could
be...
That can happen with Son, too. Like, last year, against Watford, Son was absolutely terrible in the game.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the game, he played that really good ball for Sanchez. And we won.
Yeah.
That's why you got to keep these kind of players on. But in this situation with Chelsea, it's different.
Yeah. And having Ivan Perisic on the bench, Richarlison on the bench, it's okay to take one of them off.
Yeah.
Just don't take both of them off because then you're absolutely done for. No one's getting a winner then. But at least having one of them on, you have the chance
Kane's
for that.
The more consistent one.
I think Kane has a bigger chance of getting that last-minute goal. And, yeah. Let's move on to the subs now, starting with, on for his Spurs debut, Richarlison.
I'm going to rate him a 6.75.
I'm going to give him a 6.75 as well. Richarlison was a game changer today.
He just was so aggressive.
The energy he brought today, the passion,
the
work rate, even the passes and the quick 1-2 plays.
He was a little sloppy on the ball, but
it doesn't matter because he was closing them down.
He closed them down a lot and won back the ball, I think.
He was scaring the Chelsea defenders, which none of Kulusevski, Kane, or Son did today. The only person who did that was Bentancur because he made this weird run from defense to attack and charged at Koulibaly when he had the ball. And nearly got the ball, actually, before he lobbed it in the air.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Richarlison brought a different dimension of attack.
Right when he came on, he closed them down and literally made a slide tackle to bring the ball out for the throw-in.
Let's move on to another summer signing that came on today in the name of Croatian veteran Ivan Perisic.
I'm going to rate Perisic a 7.
I'm going to give Perisic a 6.75. Had a very bad first corner for Tottenham.
The first corner
was absolutely shambolic. But the
second corner,
the free kick,
and the second corner
that he third. I think it was third corner. It was the one that we scored off of.
Yeah, the one that Kane scored.
Just some of the best corners I've seen. He brought some experience. He brought some skill, fresh legs, of course, and he just charged at Chelsea and eventually played a huge part in the winner for the goal. And lastly, Yves Bissouma, who came on alongside Perisic.
I'm rating him, and also, it's the same as Richarlison, a 6.75.
I'm going to give him a 6.5. I don't think Bissouma had nearly anywhere as much of the ball as Perisic or Richarlison.
He did bring a lot of energy like Richarlison did.
And he started the routine for the 2 corners that we got with that. Because he missed the volley.
And it got
deflected, and he won a corner, and then we're getting a winner. Equalizer from Harry Kane. But Bissouma brought that ruggedness from into midfield. Made Conte get injured. Remember that with the hamstring pull? But kind
of injured
very
himself.
Good. Very good from the summer signings today.
Yeah.
Very good. But that's it for our player ratings. If you enjoyed, make sure you smash the subscribe button. We're just 11 away, as I said. 11 subscribers from the big 1,000. If you would, please subscribe and help us out to get to that incredible milestone. And until next time.
Come on, you Spurs!